Cam might have got y'all. Did y'all see it? Is this just podcast awards? Is that what this is? Might be.
Cam knew that Jalen Hurts did what you couldn't do. That was win a Super Bowl.
There will not be no playing with my name, with my career. This is all entertainment here.
Hey, shut your tight jean wearing ass up, man. You had on a jersey with a bow tie, you corny ass nigga. You will never be able to with Jalen Hurts, nigga. You super goofy, corny ass nigga.
I know why you in your feelings, Gillie. Was it the album comment? Can you name me one Gillie the Kid album? Damn. Did you know his album was Philadelphia?
That kind of struck a nerve.
Where I'm from, Gillie, we stab and we twist. Wise words was told to me. They say, when you go low, I go to hell. So let's bring up your actual facts and your actual stats. When I'm looking at your rap career, Gillie did not chart any solo singles on the Billboard Hot 100. Philadelphia didn't do no numbers? Dang. Former member of Major Figures, bass rap group late 90s and early 2000s. You ain't never been great at nothing. The only great thing that Gillie does, he's a great mascot. Big hat, dancing around, yeah, getting them going. Mascot, very questionable career. We can't relate on a lot of things, Gillie. And if it wasn't for Wallow, all credibility on $1 million worth of game would be really at question. Because he has a wisdom about him. Wallow, that is. I respect it. And I also respect Gillie. But respectfully, brother, we cannot relate. While you're dancing on the sideline, I was in the game. Please understand, when I said your name, most people didn't know who you were. They said, who, Gillie? Who is that? Man, you know the dude that be walking around with the big old hat. Oh, that dude. Man, don't take him serious. That's the narrative about you, guy. You can't beat me in nothing. And I mean nothing. That's basketball, that's football, that's baseball, that's rock, paper, scissors, that's chess, that's checkers, that's tennis, that's golf. All I'm asking for is respect. But just be mindful how you use and you talk about me. But I'm rooting for you. I'm going to subscribe to $1 million worth of game. I will be looking for your repeated response. And this is my challenge to you. Try to refrain from using the N-word in every sentence. Use your nouns and your verbs and adjectives, brother. Not just every word being a curse word.
Corny ass nigga.
Yo. So I'm going to break this down for y'all. Let me talk about the video first. Cam did fuck him over. Gillie, you my nigga. I'll fuck with Gil, man. I'll fuck $1 million. There's so many clever. That was like a 3-minute response. There's a lot of depth to it, though. Okay, the levels of, let's start here. The levels of you from the field that we met you in versus the field that they met me in. And I'm going to go to some stats in a second. I just pulled them up in the background while the video was playing. I glanced them real quick and I was like, ooh. There's another element in there. He's even digging at Gillie's business on the low. You know, going at the big hat thing. That's a sponsorship that Gillie is doing, right? Gillie's making money off of that. And he takes a shot and trashes it. Now, what if, you know, this type of back and forth got people looking like, you know what? I thought that it was kind of cool or funny to wear those hats. And now I realize how stupid I would look for wearing those hats now that it's getting clowned. That's a dig at your business. That's like those under the cover type of stabs that what if you catch them, like, oh, you're just playing with my pockets. Okay. There's another one that he did. Divide and conquer. Very, very common war tactic. By saying now Wallow, you know, he's smart and he's this and he's that. Trying to maybe make sure Wallow stays out of this. Don't tag up on me. And then also trying to put this, now let me tie this into the last one when he closes out. When you respond, try to use your nouns, your pronouns, your adjectives and everything. Stop saying nigga every 5 seconds. You put them in this comedic, ignorant outlook, right? And you even tie that into saying Wallow, like Wallow's has more wisdom about him. He's painting you as somebody that's just stupid and goofy and ignorant and can't speak well when it's time to be at a corporate level. And for where we met you from, you never did no numbers. And it's goofy. Even your sponsorships is goofy. The big ass hat and your mascot. He fucked them over. Now, when I say where we met you, right? I'm kind of ready to use this as like one of my defenses the moment I end up in my first podcast beef, because it always happens. If you do well in any space, you're gonna have adversaries. Like, it's just somebody feels like somebody's stepping on somebody's toe, and it happens, right? Give me 5 years, there will be a big podcast beef, and I'm just gonna be like, I told y'all, go all the way back to 2025. I told you it's gonna happen sooner or later, right? It happened month 1 for RBE. Like, wait a minute, who are these New York niggas coming up in New York? The fuck? Oh, hell nah. No, hell yes, nigga. See you for the next 10 fucking years. Deal with me. But how we met somebody. So it's like, let's say a podcaster one day comes at little old ARP. Who are you? Sorry is true. Sorry is fake. Sorry is false. What is that? Oh, you got 1,000 view videos and shit. Get the fuck on. That's not how y'all met me. Where I come from, where this channel originates from, where a majority of my following and fan base and legacy, public legacy, has been developed from, there's a lot of people in that space that say I'm their favorite. There's a lot of people in that space that say I'm the best at doing it. There's a lot of people in that space that say, even the battlers, some of the biggest battlers in the game, that say, we wish the game belonged and owned by you. There's a lot of people in that space that say, you even retiring is a big fucking problem. You can save, you could do this, you can do that. Even the competitive examples and truth and facts that are out there show how strong you are and were, and you changed the game here, you directed this over there, and you made these people do that, and you made all these people over here get paid in these contracts, all of this. That's what my presence does, where a lot of people met me from. All right. That book and that timeline says one of the best to ever do it. RBE is somewhere in that sentence. It just depends who you ask. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 50, they're in that sentence. Right. But where do we know Cam Newton from? Because this is clearly podcaster world. Where do I know Gillie from? I know they say Gillie was like did a lot of party promotions, all that type of stuff in the city, but I didn't live in Philly. I'm a New Yorker, right? So I knew Gillie from rap. I have the Major Figures album. What was it? The Dutch and the Spade song. One was the cut and one was the crack or the coke. Amazing tracks. I remember Ab Lava and what was it, Bianca and Dutchy and Spade, and like it was a dope, talented group. And I have that album. And I got a shitload of Gillie's mixtapes. Get down on the ground. Get down on the I know Gillie's shit. Did he ever become successful from rap though? No. Now, when we pull up Cam Newton's accolades of where we know him from, I pulled it up in the background. All I typed was, what are Cam Newton's NFL accolades? That's all I typed. Awards and honors. 2015 NFL MVP. An AP Offensive Player of the Year after leading the league with 45 total touchdowns and nearly 100 rating. Named to the PFWA All-NFL Team and All-NFC Team in 2015. NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2011. And selected to the PFWA All-Rookie Team. We need more of that in battle rap. More votes of who's the Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year matters, dog. Voted to 3 Pro Bowls, 2011, 2013, 2015. Honored as the Burt Bell Award winner and Best NFL Player ESPY in 2016. His rookie season records: most combined touchdowns, 35, and most combined yards, 4,700, almost 4,800. Ever by a rookie in NFL history. First rookie to throw over 4,000 passing yards while rushing for over 700 yards in a single season. First rookie to do that. First rookie to pass for 400 plus yards in back-to-back games, 422 yards in his debut and 400 plus in his second start. What? These are stats that I didn't know. NFL and franchise records for the Panthers. Holds NFL record for most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback in NFL history, 58. Didn't know that. Franchise leader in passing yards, 28,000 passing touchdowns, 182. Rushing touchdowns, 58. Wins as a QB, 68. 300-yard passing games, 19, and more. Franchise leader. Only QB tied or leading both passing and rushing TD records for the franchise. Holds the NFL record for most games with the least one passing and one rushing touchdowns, 39 total. Shit's still going. One of the only two players with Peyton Manning to throw for 3,000 plus yards every year across their first 8 seasons. Additional records and achievements. It's a lot. All right, let me do this last one. There's only 4 more. Set most NFC Offensive Player of the Week wins in one season, 5 in 2015, tying Tom Brady's record, the great Tom Brady. NFL's first player with 30 passing touchdowns and 10 rushing TDs in the same season, 2015. Rush for 14 TDs as a rookie, another quarterback record. Top career yardage and total touchdowns or touchdown totals in team history, along with consistent 3,000 plus passing yard seasons. In fucking credible. And you don't even remember or realize some of the man's accolades until you put it all in front of you at the same time like that, bulleted. He really can talk with the best of them. As far as like what I did. What? Nigga, hold on. Sit down and let me remind you. That's where we know him from. That's where we know him from. The NFL. I don't even watch his podcast. I catch when there's controversial moments of him. When he had Charleston White up there, I'll check that out. Couple of stuff. Like, I don't follow his podcast week round, right? And I'm pretty sure he's doing well over there on his podcast. His numbers is probably great. It's Cam Newton. But where we know him, where I know him from, I always thought he was a great quarterback. Then I pull up the accolades in summary. It's just like, oh shit, you did that. I wouldn't be petty right now and pull up a list of Gillie's music accolades. I feel like that might be petty right now. So if you guys are just doing the podcast award stuff, which I really believe this is that, yeah, have fun. You know what I'm saying? My platform versus your platform, y'all do y'all thing. But Cam really has a huge lane to go at where we know Gillie from and his musical background. And Gillie, you know, you're lying to yourself or you're lying to your fans or you're not being real if you're trying to go at the man's NFL career. Now, if all you want to say, especially because you're a Philadelphian, is you'll never be Hurts and he just won a Super Bowl, cool, say that. Back up your Philadelphian quarterback. That's what's up. But you can't discredit this man's NFL career, and that's just being real. And shout out to both of these guys. Shout out to Gillie. Shout out to $1 million worth of game. Shout out to Wallow, and shout out to Cam Newton. But we're gonna do the facts up here, okay? Chill out.